Hey
Hiya.
man, what's up?
Not particularly much. How about you?
No, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. What happened?
Not
Oh, you
particularly.
moved me. My bad. I just got
Hiya.
confused. Oh, we didn't need to all join. I was. I'm.
I
We're
just want to listen to it, man. I'll mute up. I just want to hear.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, well, where do I start? Let's go from the
Okay.
trailer first, shall we? The
Okay. I'm
first
done.
30 seconds of your trailer
Mm-hmm.
is footage from a YouTuber, Thomas Slaughter. I was wondering, is he aware of the fact that his footage has been used, and furthermore, is he
That's
aware of what it is being used for?
Mitz. Mitz, are you an attorney?
No, I'm not an attorney, no.
All right. Thanks,
I'm.
Mitz. Thanks for the time. I appreciate
Ellie. What? Oh, okay. He left. Okay,
Yep.
you can continue.
I thought you guys
I'm
did
like,
anyway. I was like, wait,
I,
what?
I'm willing to listen to you, Mitz.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, I'm just wondering personally.
No, that's actually not against the rules. Especially, have you ever seen like the clip YouTubes? Like, there's millions of them.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Because yeah, so obviously that's not illegal.
No, it's not illegal, no.
Yeah. Okay.
But I was just
So
wondering, is he aware of the fact that it is being used and what it is being used for, seeing as he's the holder of fair use in this situation, yeah?
oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't particularly know. I wasn't a part of making that. I'm here to hear out your concerns, and then
Yeah,
I can voice them for you, kind of thing.
yeah, no worries about that.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
just a few
But I would like
questions
to
I
hear
have.
what you like, because whatever I can answer for you, I will.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I've heard. Obviously, there are complaints about the massive fuck up today with whatever happened over the VC, where there was just a lot of just ruckus around it. You know
Yeah,
much
there
about
was
that?
also there was berating, and people didn't act the way that they were supposed to act. I can agree with that.
Yes,
I,
and
I, I was there for a good portion of it.
I was there for about 2 hours of it.
yeah, I mean, I
He's
know
committed.
somebody's got all 3 hours on video, which I think is quite amusing. Over 100 gigabytes.
Wow,
Yeah, they're
somebody's
compressing it
really
to audio.
committed.
Yeah, no,
Somebody's committed, really committed.
yeah, no, they just hopped onto a game and recorded that while everybody was talking, so they're just
Yeah, no,
compressing it to
that's cool.
audio.
Yeah.
So I do recall one segment where I'm not sure if it was just a minor fuck up of wording, but there was the kind of situation where your CEO asked people to, well, hopefully unwittingly asked people to commit federal treason by sharing top secret information.
No, that's not what he meant by
That
it, and
is
that's why
so that
we
was
all
just a
stopped
wording
him.
fuck up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's.
yeah.
I'm assuming that's what everybody
Mi-
thinks.
Mind you,
He's
most
a
of us
very
that
passionate
are
person.
working on it are veterans.
Yes, of course.
So
Yeah, he's a very passionate person, and sometimes he just says things not really mitigated in any way, and it may or may not be exactly the words he was looking for, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. No,
So,
I
but yeah,
understand that just fine. Final bit that some people have been asking about that I'd like to clear up is
yeah,
the whole
yeah,
NDA fiasco, the non-disclosure agreement,
yeah.
and the sources on things like the F-22 and the F-35, so on and so forth, that allows you to model them in high fidelity.
Tex, would you know about the models?
well, since I was the one that got the data for the Raptor,
Perfect.
45, Super Hornets, and some others that aren't on the list on the site yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got it from. I'm not gonna lie to you. You use YouTube and so on and so forth, but I mainly got all that data from the actual manufacturer's public website that was available that shows the length, dimensions, height, wingspan area. I think it was called.
Wing area, thrust to weight ratio.
The
so
square.
on.
You know what I'm talking about, like the
Yep.
square wing. Yeah, that. So that literally gives you like essentially your flight model that goes in, like the raw data, if you will.
Yes.
And then same thing for the engines.
Okay, so why was that hidden behind a non-disclosure agreement covering public information?
It's mainly the process of which we're inputting it in. That's why there's a non-disclosure agreement that we all had to sign.
I see.
meaning we
So I
cannot
think the thing
divulge
that got
the full details.
misconstrued there was people assuming that you were using a non-disclosure agreement to hide your lack of information due to your
No,
unwillingness to
we're
provide
we're
a source
actually trying to
list.
be as transparent as possible, but without giving away pretty much how to build a game like this, 101 kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
Like,
course. I think what people were mostly asking for is something along the lines of a source list, like the exact articles from Lockheed Martin, from Boeing, which I've also accessed recently myself.
so I'll give you an example. So the 35, right? If you go to their site, you'll find one that says, 3 different tabs you can click on that give you like a picture of the aircraft plus, the generic specs,
Indeed.
and those are what was used.
Okay, so that's all that was used, yeah?
Publicly accessible.
Okay, so I think that was very
Yeah.
widely misconstrued, yeah?
Yeah. See, like I was saying, I think I've said it to somebody else that was talking. Is that I said something to the effect of that, like if they're just like trying to spread misinformation, because like I want everybody to be on the same page. Like I'm not trying to be mad at anybody or argue with people. I just like I'm trying to just make sure that everything is going smoothly between the community and us, as well as like I want you to be informed and like your questions be set instead of it seeming like people are trolling, like it. But if there's a miscommunication, and like for instance, like if you're saying stuff that isn't necessarily true, it seems like you're trolling to somebody that doesn't know like what you perceive. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like obviously we would love to answer your questions and make it a lot easier and transparent.
That's what led to the problem where we had a whole bunch of trollers. I was the only
Mm-hmm.
mod at the time that had the mod role, but I didn't have all the things needed to fulfill that role. If that makes sense. Like basically I could only delete posts or put someone in timeout at the time.
I see. So that's
And I was doing a
um,
live stream on Twitch with another dev. And then all of a sudden, like obviously, the video's released, we're sitting there, doing Q&A with it, and then all of a sudden this Discord gets blown up and it's just nothing but like gifs and, like mature content, kind of thing. So like literally I'm the only one that could delete the things at the time. So I just started putting everyone in timeout that was posting stuff like that, and then we could sort it out on the back end.
Yeah.
leading on from that, why didn't you actually have the whole Discord thing on lockdown beforehand?
Why
I
are you
mean,
guys still engaging?
Allie,
It's
Allie,
having
leave.
yes.
Allie, leave. Get the fuck out of here. Just leave. Go. Bye.
I'll just sit in quietly and listen.
But you're not gonna do that. That was the problem.
He's gonna
All
unmute.
right. Yeah. So, but
What was the
basically,
question again?
oh, he was asking why that wasn't
Why I didn't
on
get put on
lock
lockdown? Like,
beforehand.
I
Yeah,
couldn't.
beforehand.
So at the time, I could not. You know how moderators you can do like the slow mode.
yeah, of course.
I didn't have that ability at the time, so that's why I was literally
Okay.
putting pretty much sidelining in a sense everyone in timeout.
Oh, also, that
Okay.
that big conversation that happened wasn't intended to begin with. So no, it wasn't. No one was ready for it when it wasn't intended. If that makes
Okay,
sense.
so I mean, you're
Yeah.
aware of the whole saying, kind of plan for the worst, hope for the best. Like my question was, I meant a bit before that conversation even started, of why weren't you prepared for the worst while hoping for the best? You know?
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean. Like yeah, obviously we should have been more prepared. To be honest, like I'm more of an outsider. Like I'm not hands-on every day, so like I happened to be in there for a different reason, and then I was like, why is there so many people here?
I see. Okay.
I was like,
Yeah, it comes
wait
as
a
a
Literally
surprise.
blew up.
yeah,
Discord literally blew up like
Yeah,
in a matter of like minutes.
I had no idea that it was even going to happen. If
Well, I
that
mean,
makes sense.
you've got to understand, you've posted something that you want people to expect to be able to compete with things like Dynamic Combat Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, um, bigger, kind of more well-known projects like Battlefield, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
it blowing up
oh,
is to be expected, no?
yeah, I just didn't think that so many, like, just from a trailer, that so many people would want to have a discussion about it.
I see.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
that was like, oh, this is like, here, take a look at this kind of thing, not a, hey, let's all talk about it now too. That was like, that wasn't intended, if that makes sense. But that's what happened. So some, like, if a mob just showed up on your door front, would you be ready for it right now?
Probably not. No.
'Cause-
No.
Yeah, because you have no idea what's gonna happen. Or if you put out a sign that your house is for sale, right? And then 300 people walk up to your door and they're like, "Hey, your house is for sale." You didn't know that was gonna happen. But is that preparing for the worst? Technically.
Well, not particularly. I haven't put anything out that would, I suppose, at least in my country.
Oh yeah, no, that was just a
necessitize-
shitty analogy.
Yeah,
no,
okay.
it's just a shitty analogy.
Yeah, no.
yeah. It was not intended at all. And
Okay.
then it was just like there was not supposed to be any harm in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, out of interest, why did you choose to pair your announcement, like you're going public with this project, I suppose? Why did you choose to pair that with a Q&A? If that's even what it was.
Basically. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say,
May
like
I
I
answer,
said,
guys?
I don't know.
I knew
I
it.
did
Actually,
the
no,
Q-
you go back
I
to
did-
meeting.
I did the Q&A, so
Yeah.
I'll answer.
No, he's talking about when me and Blake were streaming, doing it.
Oh, I didn't even see your.
Yeah.
Is that what you were referring
When
to?
we
The
went live.
him
Yeah,
and
when
Flake,
we
or are
went
you
live on-
referring, or are you referring to the Discord call?
The massive Discord call that happened earlier
Oh,
today.
then, yeah,
Okay.
that's him.
Yeah. I mean, I expected maybe a few hundred people to see the video and maybe get some feedback and see if there was any interest. We put up the pre-orders because I was like, well, if there's interest and people want to help support the development, that would be awesome. Because right now I fund it privately. And there were a lot of negative comments, which I'm cool with, right? Like criticism is good; it helps us build a better product. But some of the negative comments, like Tech said, my team wasn't prepared for this massive influx of people. So some of the negative comments were like getting either timed out or not responded to, and I thought it was important to show transparency to the community and answer all of the crazy criticisms, even if they were like offensive and rude criticisms and trolling criticisms. I still wanted to take the opportunity to like introduce myself and show like, hey, we are a real team building a real product and we really are working hard on it. And hear what everybody had to say. So like, while there was a lot of like trolling going on, we still got some constructive criticism from those calls or from that call. And I mean, once I hopped in, there were only 3 people in a call when I hopped in. As soon as I hopped in, like 150 people joined the call.
Yeah.
So that's how that happened. But there was no Q&A plan. But everyone had questions, and it seemed like there was excitement. And I didn't like that the trolls were saying a lot of stuff that was untrue. So because of that, I wanted to address those things. And that's
I
why
see.
I ended up doing like a public Q&A.
I see. Okay. So it was a bit of an impromptu thing. Okay, cool.
Oh my dude, I have
Very
100
much
messages
so.
I have 100 messages from my team that all say get out of there, stop, exit, leave, don't do that.
Yep,
They were trying to
I'm-
stop me.
I'm still back on the. You shouldn't have done that.
All right,
but-
I'm muting up.
Wow. I need you in here more often. I'm
Who?
just kidding. I'm just kidding. You. But
Wow.
I'm just kidding, Ollie. I'm just kidding.
Actually, whose Facebook truth? They're gonna stand by stuff I admitted behind a paywall only for them not to become unfunny amounts broke. Actually, if he wants to join, you can join. Because I'm not gonna sit here and just the one guy that really pisses me off is XC
Yeah.
News. Yeah, and that's only because like he doesn't like he's just saying stuff. I offered to have a conversation.
Yeah,
and he doesn't
he's
want to do it.
trolling. He said no. You want
Yeah.
to do it
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
like
you do have to
Mitch, I'm being
understand.
reasonable, right?
Yeah,
Like I
no.
understand how Blackbeard is, but I'm not that
Yeah,
way.
no, I don't see much point in a lot of what people have said, but I mean, you do kind of have to understand at some level that this does, especially after the launch that, like the development announcement that happened, that this might have lost face in the public eye, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's something we're all passionate about because I mean I play a lot in DCS. I also play Star Citizen, a couple other games, but like I know I can't be alone in wanting to combine the high fidelity, right? As in every switch in the cockpit works, kind of thing, standard, right? And then the best or the closest performance that you can get, that's allowed for a simulation game. I wanted to combine that with something like similar to like I don't know, we'll say like Arma, right? So big scale. You can do a lot of boots on the ground kind of aspect. I
Yep.
wanted to be able to combine that, and I know I could not have been alone in thinking that for a while now. And this is literally all of us are pretty much on the same page. We all want this same thing, and we know it can work. I think it's just it's just a process, to get
It's
it.
it's a very ambitious vision that's going to require a lot of manpower, a lot of time, and a lot of effort.
But it's
Which
doable.
it may be doable with a very large and very talented development team. But do you think that announcing it 2 or 3 months into its initial development cycle and saying, "Hey, we're going to have hopefully a pre-alpha out within 90 days, we hope," do you think that was the right move, or?
I mean,
Well,
it's always good to set goals, right?
Yeah, of course.
And the main reason that we wanted to push that trailer out was to get a feel to see how all the other people that play all the similar games that we do, to see if they felt similar to what we do, of wanting to pretty much pull in the gaming community in a sense from the air side and the ground side, if you think about it.
Yeah, of course.
So that it was mainly to get kind of like a poll, if you will, to see if people are actually interested in something like that, other than just us. And
Yeah, I
then
mean, I
kinda
understand
went
that.
from there.
I understand that, but perhaps it may have been a better move to wait until you had something as proof of concept that you could actually put out, say, a pre-alpha or a pre-alpha, if you wanted to call it that. Not even a stable development build, just something that shows, hey, we're serious about this, rather than a trailer that was quite evidently thrown together in DaVinci Resolve with some Unity assets on top.
Ali, you wanna tell them about a couple of the other things you got going on right now?
I'm gonna leave that up to Iman if I'm allowed to say anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I started reading what the 50 fucking messages
No,
were
he's
in the thing. I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead,
just
Ali.
like, cause like I'm just getting really mad at these other people, and that's
they're
just
just
because
trolls.
like Mitz, I will say, I commend you because you wanted to join, you wanted to have a conversation about it, and that's great.
An
Because
adult
like,
conversation.
yeah, I'd rather just be able to hatch things out, and that's why like
Yes.
I'm reading what they're saying. It's just a lot of like they're just making shit up at some
Yeah.
point.
It's a lot easier to clear misinformation when you're being asked about it directly than if you're kind of just having to deal with messages as they come up.
Yeah,
It's so
exactly.
much
Like when
easier.
when we're sitting here having a conversation about it, then we can like explain stuff when it comes down to they're just like, oh, they're doing this, but you just made that up. Like like you don't know. You just said that.
I see. Yeah.
like if you know for a fact, let me know.
Yeah,
Like, sure.
it's kind of just the playground rumor of video game development.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so
yeah.
there are no Unity assets. They're built entirely in Unreal 5. We have a bunch of different working segments of the pulling everything together to make it all like live in the same world. So we have separate worlds created with different parts of the game that work in separate worlds. And honestly, I just wanted to see if we put together a trailer showing off some of the graphics, some of the models, and some of the stuff that we were working on. I wanted to see what type of response it would get. And Jesus.
Very mixed response.
I mean, I
Um,
figure criticism. I'm not worried about that.
Well, yes, you do kind of have to understand that the criticism comes from it being, 2-3 months into the development cycle, as I said earlier.
The criticism. Now, this doesn't look like something that's only 3 months into development, and I know that, right? I'm spending a lot. I'm hiring a lot. We're moving quickly, I know that we look a lot more polished than 2 or 3 months in. We plan on moving at this pace from now until launch. But I understand the criticism as well because at the end of the day, you guys want the same thing I want, right? When I see something like this that's like so good, right? Like I wish somebody else would make. In fact, I wish somebody would make this, and that's why I'm making it, because for a long time I've wished that somebody would make it, and then I decided, hey, this is in our capability. Let's make it. So that I mean, that's really where it came. Is we decided, hey, we should fucking make this. And there we
Oh,
are.
hey, Vase Puncher's here. He said he
Hello.
wanted to join the voice
Yeah,
chat
Jack,
earlier.
I'm down for
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Oh.
thank you.
Hello.
Hi, you guys, some of you might remember me. I was watching the Twitch stream. I got a couple of you guys to laugh a couple of times. I don't know if any of you do remember me.
I was
Someone
live
doing
on Twitch,
stream.
but you're probably watching the other guy that was live.
Yeah, I
Like-
asked a couple of things about the game, and I said I came in a little bit when I saw the trailer. What I wanted
I'm
to
glad
say,
we were able. Did you say you came? You saw the
yeah,
trailer?
yeah.
I'm glad that I'm glad that we were able to make someone ejaculate. That's
Yeah, so I just wanted to say like, okay, obviously we can all see like how like, the guys are just like berating you and attacking you for being overly ambitious, and I can't lie, I'm skeptical too, but at
I
the
mean, I
same
think people
time,
are.
yeah, but like at the same time, I think it's free to play. You're not really hurting anyone other than the people dumb enough to like throw their money at you, like for
Invest
people who, like
this early in the
exactly, exactly,
But
exactly
at
what
the
I meant.
same time,
I
so
mean, I'm the
granted,
dumbest
free to
person
play.
then. I'm the dumbest person then.
No,
Because
no,
you
no,
wouldn't
hang
believe
on.
how
Well,
much I've
yeah,
invested.
you can argue
I'm
that
gonna have
the
your
first
brother make
investor
you
is
mute
the,
again.
is the dumbest.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about it. really thinking about it.
So think about it. So if we didn't do the pre-launch sales, right, the pre-alpha sales, we could still do it, but it would take a little bit longer, or actually probably a lot longer,
Quite
to
a
get
while
the
longer
finished product,
in terms of funding.
right? So if you're able to get the funding in to help speed up the development process, which will allow hiring more people to assist, in a sense, that would get get more people spread out, getting multiple projects, like different segments of it done more rapidly. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
that was
yeah.
the
But
thought
like, I'm
process
completely with
behind
you.
that.
If I was in your
But
place, I'll do the same, dude. Like for sure.
but
100%.
obviously it's not mandatory. Like you can just literally click, join the waiting list, and then boom, that's it.
Yeah, of
You
course.
just wait
That's what
until
I'm
it's there.
saying, and that's what I did.
Yeah, it's the
But
same here.
that was even explained earlier when he was in the big chat with 100+ people, and they just literally ignored him.
Yeah, no,
Said
that's
it,
what they've
so.
been doing. But like at this point, it's just like they're gonna say what they're gonna say, and
Yep.
like that's why if you want to come in here and have a conversation about it, that's different. But if they're just gonna talk their shit, they're gonna talk their shit, right?
Yeah, of course.
We're on the internet. I can't choke them to death. I'm just kidding.
Unfortunately.
That was a joke.
The internet tough guys.
Yeah. I'm still a bit confused on the direction of the game. So it's free to play, right? You guys want to do like more of a War Thunder type deal, or you guys want to do like more of a Arma type deal?
I
where
mean,
it's
from
like
what I can see,
do
it's a
whatever you
bit more like a DCS War Thunder
You
type
can't-
deal with the modules.
You can't really compare it to the other games, because if you think about it, it's combining the air side with the ground side.
Well, that's
That
what Arma
hasn't been
does.
done successfully, right? But if you had to compare it, and Ali's gonna get mad at me, I would compare it with the same specifications. I'll go with that word for, like, let's say DCS, like F-16, F-14, F-18 kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like how they model it with the cockpit switches and stuff like that
Yeah.
for the air side. And then think like Ali, what game did you use?
Ask my brothers are
Counter
good.
Strike.
Iman's a good
Right.
example because
I would
Iman played the infantry with us. He
right.
played
So
our-
That's
our-
hilarious.
what would you say? Counter Strike meets Arma for the ground side?
No. It's like
I was just trying to
counter.
make you laugh.
Yeah, no, Arma's retarded. No offense to anybody who likes Arma. It's like it just like I play a lot of like competitive games.
Iman's
And-
like top 1 or 2% world
No,
games.
no, no.
He was
I was really good at like I've played on a couple teams and I've hit high ranks in multiple shooters. So, it's more like if you took CS:GO and you made it similar to like I don't want to say Apex, but Apex would be like the closest thing that's popular.
So, like sliding and like jumping around, shit like that.
There's no sliding. You can physically jump
Yeah.
because taking out
And you can
jumping
go
entirely is still dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're trying to model it
yeah.
after.
we're eliminating that B hop though. I hated.
Like, there's no
hop.
PVE, right?
There is
And the-
PvP. It's
Oh.
both.
and PVE. So you're gonna
Okay.
have AI that you
all
can
at the
go
same
up
time,
against,
or is it separate
all
options?
at the
Yeah.
same time.
So PvPvE.
Alright.
That's cool.
So you can have other players that assist you in taking out the AI, or they could assist the AI in killing you.
Okay. Are you guys so let's say I have a group of friends, right? We want to host like our own server, like away from everyone, like our own private thing. We don't want like other random people in it, and we want to do our own thing. We want to have our own missions and our own like little like stories and shit that we create. And
That's
and
that's
it's
way
only us.
that's way further down the development. So right
But
now,
like that isn't like that's gonna be there at some point, is what you're saying.
ultimately that will likely, yeah. Well, like I
Yeah.
started as an Arma modder, right? Like I built
Yeah.
Arma servers for 15 years. I started in Arma 2.
Yeah.
I have a DCS server right now. If you go to the war server in DCS, you'll find us. So
Yeah.
like that is ultimately like, yeah, that's where I got my start. Initially I reached out to a bunch of modding teams from both Arma and DCS to try to get our initial teams to start building tools in the and that was like initially the idea was to start bringing these teams. So ultimately, yeah, I'd love to have the ability to create missions and all that. You know, obviously we're not there yet. We're still finishing out. So like the ground mechanics, all that other shit, we're still finishing all that stuff out. But basically, once all these pieces are working together in one world instead of being in separate worlds, which they are now, that's the name of the game. Is
Yeah.
to have like that's a fleshed out, that's a final game. Obviously, there's always going to be things to tweak. That's a final game. Then we can start releasing that.
Because when I saw the trailer, first thing I thought was, yo, if they made something like, so you're an armor modder, you're gonna be familiar with this. If your other guys don't play armor, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. But like, if we had something like Zeus or the Eden Editor or something like that, that would be fucking amazing. Like with a base of this game, and then people build their own shit in something similar to the Eden Editor, that would be
Oh,
like
it's like a sandbox
crazy.
kind of.
A bit like Halo
Exactly,
Forge.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
My worry was you guys would have you'd basically have the entire game be kind of like War Thunder, where I have to grind for 20 years to get anywhere. I
No,
understand
no, that's not the idea at all.
No.
Everybody
Face
hates
puncher,
that.
face puncher. I am an avid supporter of not shit like that because I mostly play free games.
Iman convinced us.
I like exclusively play free games.
Iman convinced us to go free to play. So we were looking at a paid model. Then we were looking at like maybe a subscription model, and Iman's the one who convinced us like make everything available for free via in-game currency and let people buy the currency if they want to. And now I was like, wow, that's actually a good idea.
So if we were to do like a sandbox thing, would the stuff that I have to buy not be available to me even if we were doing a sandbox thing?
Oh no. I think sandboxes. That would have to be thought about later on. So
That's way down. In the
Yeah,
development pipeline.
because
Yeah.
like that's more down, so that wouldn't be able to be answered. But we can definitely communicate with the community at that point, and then come up with like a reasonable decision about it. Because
Okay.
sandbox is obviously way different than
It is very
like
complicated.
yeah, and that's also like it would be ridiculous at that to now you have to pay for everything you want to use in a sandbox. Like
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that
yeah, you
nobody,
hear how
nobody
dumb
would
that
want that.
sounds?
That's
Like I'm
right,
not
me
calling you
neither,
dumb,
yeah.
but I mean like that's nobody would do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
nobody
I
would
just
want to
wanted to know,
do
like,
it.
So you say I have to use in-game currency to sorry, excuse me, to unlock shit. So like at the beginning it's gonna kind of work like Battlefield, where I have to like play the game so I can unlock say a specific jet that I want, or something like that. And then like that's how it's gonna work basically. I play the
Yeah.
game, then I get stuff, I get the
Yeah.
money, and then I can buy other things.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Either
Like
weapons,
you can
skins, or
play the game
aircraft
entirely for
vehicles.
free.
Okay. And I
If
can unlock like
you-
pretty much anything I want.
Sorry if you don't
Yeah,
mind me cutting
you
in
can
here.
grind it all out through in-game currency.
If you plan to be able to do it by being able to grind it completely for free,
Yeah,
aside
nothing
from
will be restricted. Nothing will be restricted to only. I hate pay to win, so
Okay.
nothing will be restricted to only.
So, in terms of that, how do you expect to turn a profit on this game?
I didn't start this with the idea of making a profit here, bro.
Or at least making, being in the black.
Generating
instead of in
revenue?
red.
I mean, the idea is to generate revenue by having a player base, right? Like the more people playing, the more revenue will get generated. It's simple as that. Like a certain percentage of people who are playing will spend money. So that's where the revenue is generated. I don't need to turn a profit on this. I'm doing this passion project.
I see.
And I'm sure you guys have already gotten some people who decided to buy some of the things you guys had on the website.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I've seen
yeah,
at
like
least one.
yeah, like War Thunder works. You know, like the guys at War Gaijin make money, and it's not that bad. It's acceptable. Their model of free to play.
Well, I mean, look at World of Warships when it first came out.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
But I mean, like, point being, like, yeah, it's free to play, but you're always gonna have people that either don't feel like grinding for it, or maybe like, oh, I'll just get like a little bit of credits, with real money, or something like that, right? And then obviously that'll generate revenue. But aside from that, I mean, you don't have to pay real money to play. You could literally just be on there for like, what was the analogy you used? That like 10 hours straight or something like that.
I don't remember what the time would be because the grind is not based on time; it's based on results,
No, I was
right?
referring to what you were saying about your brother.
What about him?
What? Oh,
About
then
how long he would stay on a game, like be able to. Have,
Oh, Iman was playing like 10 hours a day.
yeah, I was. That's why I get good. that's why I'm good.
That's why a fucking team in Minnesota pays to fly him out places to play.
That's why when I verse my brother and other people in a shooter, I roll. I roll. It's a great time.
But
I'm gonna ban XC. He's just making. He's not. He's just trolling. He's not like.
It was gonna take.
Dude, I'm okay with criticism. So I'm letting him know, like you're rolling.
Oh yeah, no. I was gonna ban him when he was asking us for documents about our business. So, like, I don't owe him anything.
Yeah.
I don't have to give him anything. I don't have to tell him how we're organized. I don't have to do any of this. That is that like what? Okay.
Well, did you see the Navy nuke one?
But guys, it was really great having you in here. Did we answer all of your questions?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't really have any other ones other than
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna be doing like a private beta or private alpha or whatever like soon?
Yeah, I don't know about soon, but as soon as we're able to, we will. But if you
Okay.
sign up, if you go to the site and put in your info, like you'll
Yeah.
definitely get notifications, and then keep tabs on the YouTube channel, track while
Okay.
scan, and then obviously tabs in the Discord. Up at the very top, you get updates that'll populate
I
as
mean,
well.
as a closing kind of just a bit of a statement, I suppose. The number one question that I've heard from people who've shared this project with me, who I've talked to about this project in general, the number one question from them is, when will we see a roadmap?
We have a roadmap. It has too much proprietary stuff in it, so I actually turned it into what we're using now for like the public site. So we still have a dev roadmap, but again, it has like too much information, so like proprietary stuff. But I mean, we post daily in this channel. In fact, everybody who doesn't work on the dev team is already probably tired of seeing our shit. So we're gonna be putting out weekly updates, like official updates, and and there's probably going to be dropping daily, and this is all we work on a daily basis.
And then also working on new trailers,
Mm.
as well.
You guys do have something playable right now. You just don't want to give it out to the public. Is what you say?
It's
Well,
not finished.
It's not finished yet.
Yeah, but
So-
no, you
so
have
you
like
remember how
something super basic that is playable. Is like my question. Like you had
So we
your
have
friend,
like
Yeah,
we have like
we
a
have-
couple
played
tanks.
something. There's like something
We
to
have-
be played.
We have infantry that works. We have playable stuff that we've done multiplayer testing with together as a team already. And we have aircraft that are capable of flying, and I don't know even how to fly that aircraft, so I haven't been able to fly it. Even though, Tex, you got it off the ground, right?
Barely.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know how to
So
fly
you
that.
guys
So
do have like at least like one aircraft that is like full fidelity, and I gotta like touch.
we don't
it
have
on
we
the-
don't have cockpits modeled yet. So
Right,
that's
so
what
then
we're waiting on right
that
now.
might
is
be
to
why you
finish
couldn't
How are you
get
meant
it
to get it
off
off
the
the
ground.
ground if you don't have cockpits? Is it all like keybinds, like flaming clips?
Yeah, it was all key.
Yeah, okay.
So it's
Okay.
a matter of doing the textures and stuff for the actual cockpit, and then getting every switch and button to actually be able to move and work. And then
On the topic of planes,
Okay.
really sorry to spring another one on you. I like to keep you on your toes. You've got on the website, which I'm assuming will be reworked to kind of fit to the criticisms that you've received today. But on the website, you have UAVs, drones. How do you expect to be able to model those?
We already have the models for the drones. You talking about the flight models?
Yes, as in like the flight models, the systems, and such.
All we use is the white papers, all public information. We punch in those numbers, and we're able to calculate everything. Attack, angle of attack. We even have we model fuel, like fuel flush, like the fuel slushing around in the tank is modeled.
It's interesting.
Could any sorry, Mitz.
No, go
Could
ahead.
any infantryman use the drone, or is it like I wouldn't be able to like do both simultaneously?
So the drone is going to be piloted from like a tent at the air bases.
Okay. Okay. You know,
The idea is like the drone is like I think the drone is the closest thing to like arm have, right?
Mhm.
Because you're not really going to need to know how to fly airplanes to fly the drone. It should be pretty easy to fly. Whereas,
Yeah.
and that's like my brother, like Iman won't fly in DCS because
No.
it's too much to learn. He doesn't
No,
wanna
that's
learn.
not why. It's also I don't like it.
All right, but
That's
the point
that's a
is,
huge point.
like a lot of the big barrier to entry for a lot of people is simply like it's really hard to fly in DCS. You have to learn how to fly a real airplane.
I can
so
point
the-
and shoot. That's enough.
The drone is kind of like an in between there, and actually that's why it's priced the way it is, much lower, because it gives like it reduces the barrier to entry, especially for guys who are new. Like I didn't jump in and buy an expensive module right away. I flew the free shit and then was like, oh wow, I really want to get into this. And that's why we're launching the T45 at launch is free packaged with the so anyone can fly that and learn how to fly an airplane, then decide from there like, hey, I think I want to buy a fighter or an attack aircraft.
So I'm pretty confident. Like I'm liking what I'm hearing. I'm just gonna give you guys a recommendation. There's this YouTuber. I'm sure other people have mentioned him before. I mentioned him on the stream earlier today. He's called Blue Drake. You guys like gotta like make him just take a peek at your trailer or whatever. He's gonna like cover your game, and then you guys will get a lot more coverage publicly.
I watched
I'm sure-
a
which is a
couple
good thing.
videos by Blue Drake. He's building a community build game, right? With his
I
Discord.
don't know. I don't follow him. I just know that he covers
Yeah.
games and he gets games exactly like this one. He's the one who makes games like this one gets a big public following.
Yeah, I've watched a few of his videos actually along the way as we've been developing. I think he's developing his own game in Unreal 5. He's kind of one of the guys who I was watching that I'm like, wow, we really should try Unreal 5. I'm gonna hit him up. We're hitting up Operator Drewski. We're gonna hit up a bunch of names. I have friends in the space from my work in esports world, so we're hitting up a bunch of people. We're gonna continue to try to push the virality. The trolls don't bother me. They're a little annoying, but they don't bother me.
Yeah. Like I said, like I can back what he's saying, like that other guy that you just banned, but at the same time, you're not fucking hurting anyone. Why does he have to attack you? He's like, just wait, see what happens. You guys come out with something good, power to you. You don't, who fucking cares?
Well, yeah, it was definitely nice talking to you guys. If you'll be updated as we go. I'll say have a nice night, guys.
Yeah, and you. Hopefully, if there's anything else in the future, we can come into a VC and just have a chat.
Yeah, just you can just leave a message. I'm not like super active at reading this, so like, you can always like you can at like the admins or one of the devs, and you'll probably get a response. If not, I'll end up seeing it, and I will get back to you if that helps.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
continue to push. So you'll see posts, most likely daily, but like officially, we're probably gonna put up weekly updates. You know, this is all I work on, 12 to 18 hours. So
Yeah, and I'm fully
Okay.
retired too, so I just between this and my daughter, that's pretty much all I did.
that's not nice, bro. We like to say disabled. Don't say retarded. That's rude.
I didn't say retarded.
Oh,
Said
oh, my
retired.
bad.
So it was good talking to you. Have
For
a nice
sure.
Have a nice
day,
day.
night,
Have a
or
nice
whatever
day,
it is for
guys.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for
have a good
interfacing,
one.
guys. It was good engaging with people. That's sort of one of the points of doing that Q&A was like to engage with.
Well, yep.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
until next time, have a good day.
See you, bro.
Yep.